Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kristin from lifeofstones.com. I really wanted to share one of my favorite things that I DIY. I use a ton of this stuff, so I decided to make it myself. If you're anything like me and you don't have much of a beauty budget right now, then stick around and I'll show you how to make it yourself for a fraction of the cost. Okay, so especially with summer coming, a lot of times your makeup just doesn't seem to stay fresh as long all day. Maybe you're sweating, maybe you're outside in the humidity, maybe your face gets a little bit more oily. I have very dry skin, so I think that's all the more reason why I spray this on my face throughout the day when I am wearing makeup, so that I can keep it fresh and looking just a little bit dewy and a little bit new, instead of looking like I've had my makeup on for the whole day. This is super simple and it'll only take you just a couple of minutes. First thing you're gonna need is a bottle. You can either use a small glass bottle like this you can get on Amazon, and I'll link all the products I show you down below in the description box. Or if you have another bottle that you'd prefer to use, for example, I have this Mario Badescu. This is actually a facial spray that I love. This one's not too expensive, but it's still way cheaper to make on my own. I love the way this bottle sprays, so I'm actually just gonna refill this. This is a 4-ounce bottle, so you can use any size bottle you want. So just take the lid off, and I have a paper towel here in case you make a mess. The first ingredient you're going to use is bottled water. You could use distilled water. I probably wouldn't use plain tap water unless you have some decent filtration. This is filtered tap water, so it's gone through a filtration process. I don't measure this too much. I kind of just eyeball it. I have a funnel to use, but I can't find my little funnel, so I'm going to use this big one. I pour in about half the bottle. I don't know if you can see, it's filled up about halfway. The next ingredient I use is rose water. This also I just purchased on Amazon. It was only a couple bucks a bottle, and I don't know if you can see this in the light. And rose water is great for you just in of itself. It's 100% natural. It actually balances your pH. It doesn't have chemicals in it or alcohol, and it works good for all skin types. Some people actually use it as a toner as well. It's supposed to nourish your skin and help close your pores. So I add a couple teaspoons of this. I'm just going to use my teaspoon here and put about 3 teaspoons in.
I should be doing this the other way since I'm right-handed, not left-handed. Okay, perfect.
The next and last ingredient that I use is vegetable glycerin. This entire bottle, 16 ounces, cost me probably less than $10 on Amazon. Now, glycerin helps soften and moisturize your skin, so it's great to spray on your face throughout the day, especially if you have drier skin like me. What it also does is it helps things stick to it, help your makeup stick to the glycerin. You can also use this whole spray as a primer, which is what I do. I spray my face before I put my makeup on, and I do feel like it helps keep my makeup on a little bit longer throughout the day. You could use your spray as a primer, just spray it on, let it sit for a few minutes and really soak into the skin, and then go ahead and apply your makeup like you usually would. The thing you have to be careful with the glycerin is it can make you look greasy or oily if you use too much, especially if you already have an oily or even a combination skin. And I use anywhere from 2 to 4 teaspoons depending on the size of my bottle. So if this is the first time you're making it, I suggest you start at the lower range with 2 teaspoons. And if the bottle you're using is smaller than 4 ounces, you might even want to start off with just 1 teaspoon. You can always add more in, and the glycerin also gives you a little bit of that dewy look. So if you want more of a matte look, scale back on the glycerin. If you really like that dewy, wet look, then go ahead and add a little bit more. I'm just going to measure out 3 tablespoons of this. That's it. That's really all you have. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more water to mine, just because my bottle is slightly bigger. And you're just going to put the lid on, shake it up, and spray. let it soak into your skin a little bit, and you're good to go. I love this. It doesn't have much of a smell. I can barely feel it on my skin once it soaks in. If you tend to over powder, or if you bake under your eyes or in your contour line and you have those harsher powder lines, I feel like this works almost a little bit closer to Max Fix Plus, where if you use a little extra, it kind of helps everything really melt in together. The other thing that you can do is spray a bunch on your face and take a beauty blender and really quickly just almost press it into your skin, and I feel like it really helps your makeup look a lot more flawless and really blends any harsh lines that you might have and helps keep it looking so fresh throughout the day. Another thing you can add, if you are somebody who really likes scents, you could add a couple drops of your favorite essential oil. Just make sure it's an essential oil that's safe, that's a good quality, that's safe to be putting on your skin. Remember, your skin's your biggest organ in your body, so it's going to absorb whatever you're putting on it. So you don't want to put anything on it that's bad for you or too harsh, especially if you have sensitive skin. See how easy that was? Honestly, all of these ingredients, including a bottle, if you purchase one, are going to easily cost you well under $30. And you can pay $30 for one single bottle of setting spray. As you can see, I've barely used any of this bottle, and I've probably made about 5 bottles now. My rose water is almost gone. I was probably able to make about 6 4-ounce bottles of makeup setting spray for under $30. That's a huge amount of savings, and this only took me about 5 minutes to make. I hope you liked this video and found it useful. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I hope to add a couple more videos showing some of my DIY tricks that I use to save money at home without having to sacrifice on things that I really love. Also, remember, I have all these products linked down below. I also have my socials linked down below and some links to my blog. If you try this on your own, please let me know in the comments what you thought, how you liked it. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in my next video.